So far, none of this is really all that interesting. So far, we haven't done anything that we wouldn't have been able to do by simplifying ratios as much as we can. The place where proportions really get interesting is when we're trying to find an unknown value. So we might, for example, decide that we might decide we want to find the missing number to make this proportion true. Well, in order for this proportion to be true, we need the cross products to be equal. So we need our missing number times 10 to be equal to 8 times 15. Doing this multiplication, 8 times 5 is 40, 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. We need to have our missing number times 10 equal to 120. So what we're really looking for here is the missing thing in a multiplication problem. How do we find the missing factor in a multiplication problem? Well, that's what division is. Our missing number is going to be just 120 divided by 10. We know what 120 divided by 10 is. Our missing number is 12. So we claim then that 12 over 8 is equal to 15 over 10. Checking the cross products, 12 times 10 is 120. 8 times 15 is 120. Those are in fact equal, so we're right. All right. That isn't quite the way we typically look at a problem like this, though. Instead of find the missing number to make this proportion true, we use the word solve. And instead of a question mark, we write a letter of the alphabet, very often X. So the way this problem is posed, we would normally write the instruction, solve the proportion x over 8 equals 15 over 10. We would follow exactly the same steps that we just did, and we would get the solution, x equals 12, which just means that if we write 12 in place of x, this proportion becomes true. If we write any other number in place of x, this proportion becomes false. That's what it means to say x equals 12 is the solution to this proportion. This verb, solve, refers specifically to this process where we find a missing number. There are other things that we can do, but they are not solve. I'm going to give you one of these to try. Solve the proportion 2.5 over 3 equals x over 8. Pause the video and try this now. Alright, so let's circle the cross products. We need to find a value of x so that 2.5 times 8, and we'll prefer to write the dot for multiplication when we have an x around so as to avoid confusion, equals 3 times my unknown number. Well, over here I can actually do this multiplication, right? I'm going to take it off to the side. 2.5 times 8. That's going to be 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 halves times 8 wholes. That'll be 8 is 2 times 4. So canceling the common 2, I'll have 20 wholes. This works out to be 20. That should equal 3 times my unknown number. Again, my unknown number is the missing thing in a multiplication problem. It must be that my unknown number is 20 divided by 3. which, if I'm feeling lazy, I can write as just 20/3. Or I could write that as a mixed number. 3 goes into 26 times, with 2 left over. So my unknown value is 6 2/3.